Alrighty, Rocket is first, but we fixed Born to Play video games. Yes, we have fixed the delay. We're back to our normal low latency. Hey DV, welcome back. You're not late this time, real. Now I can answer questions more on time. That's a thing. Actually, I'll keep them. I was gonna donate them to the poor at some point, so might as well. Oh, I left my flint and steel. Aha. Did you say the music in the playlist is more drum and bass or trip hop? I'd say probably more drum and bass. The genres in the playlist are like house, drum and bass, some jungle. Most of it's ethereal drum and bass though. I'd say the majority of it. Some old school garage I have in there, some like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Probably some deep house, I guess you could consider. There's a lot of subgenres. House music. Real. But you hear at a club while you see people on ecstasy dancing? Real. Honestly, hard to tell between all the genres. Yeah, there's a really good like 144 subgenres of EDM video that I like, but I always forget the differentiation between all of them. Pop house, loud house, hard house, big house. Like, how's it going tonight in chat? Going great, Brian. Wait a minute. Who left this behind? What could it be? We're going away from Spawn Arcadia. As far away as possible. Yo, Death. Hey Blizzard, been watching some of your VODs and just wanted to know, where did you find the Trail Follower mod? It is Jeff mod and it is on GitHub. I have the GitHub link in my 2B2T mod section of my Discord if you want the direct link. I agree. Twice in the playlist. That's funny. So this genre is considered rally house. So I said there's like 10 billion different types of house music. This is a griefer ass portal right here. Yeah, mine does too, Curly. Mine repeats a lot. Can you repeat that? No problem, Dalkia. Cafe Del Mar. I'll have to check it out. I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't pinpoint the sound. I love Auto Portal. Okay, wait, this is actually a good pull.
Welcome to the Spectra Ocean Dream Circuit. Racers, start your engines.
Someone a while ago said I should add a geode skip counter. How many times I skip into a geode. Just a funny little thing. Yeah, but this is the first of the stream. Did I skip down here already? Yeah, I did. Well, I'd like to go here, actually. Is it Auto Portal, Rush Plus, or Mio config? It is neither, Curly. It is in the one I'm using is in Jeff Mod, which is a Meteor add-on. A geode cache, yeah. I'm using Auto Portal. It's so nice. Yeah, I didn't know what I was missing until the Meteor, but yes, yes. Is it good to skip in Geode? It's not. It's just kind of random Dalkio. Nothing special about it other than being inside of a Geode. Yes, I did hear about that bug, Rocket. Something about cave air ticking or something. I don't know. Or like air blocks in old terrain are like cave air and they get updated to air now when they load. There's stuff like that. I have a feeling it's related. I think there's something over here. I'm gonna skip a little bit here. Look for a trail. Cafe Lumar is a place in Ibiza and is the resident DJ for it, made a compilation album. Okay, I see. That makes a lot of sense. 80. Ooh, 1.12. I will not say no to this one, I think. Oh, first crash of the day. That was definitely caused by vanilla AFK eFly. No, Vex. So whenever I scheduled the stream, it reset the stream settings, making one of the stream settings normal latency instead of ultra low latency, which is a setting I normally have. So it just was fixing the setting. Yeah, this song, it's only good when skiing. I think I know what you mean by that. Your block changes when you break a block, so I'm not pretty sure it's more efficient than normal trail horn. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting that it's differentiated. I just don't fully know how it'll be used yet. Oh, we're actually really close to a no-com spot here. Guess we can head that direction, since we are in that direction. Don't do it. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't do it, Vex, and I won't. It has to be a good reason, though. Not good enough. Oh, that's big. You hate me, Blizz, and I love you? Well, hopefully you can forgive me for checking out some chords. No-com was a exploit that was used to gather a bunch of data about player movements on 2B2T, and it was all released in 2024. I'm not sure. It's either some exploit or someone DDoSing the server, or it could just be because the server is hitting its upper limit for player threshold based on the processing power. Who knows? I do not know personally. Yeah, but that just could be in accordance with some other thing, Dalkio, like if they're trying to transfer the files or doing some save to try to update to 1.21, could be putting some other strain on the server is my guess. Face orange fighting nails, face orange fighting nails, face orange fighting nails, face orange fighting nails, face orange fighting nails. His blue-eyed eyes. Blizzard hates me but loves his fans, so it's okay. I wonder where this 1.19 trail is going to. Oh, it actually might not be going to that. I said that sarcastically. You said it real, you liar. I'm doing my best, Vex. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Man, chunk loading is slow. Can we hit like 10 p.m. so all the children go to bed, please? You're children. Don't stay up past your bedtime. I graduate high school this year at 47 years old. Oh, what I said about bedtime still applies at 47. Oh, Vex, your dad's here. It's time for you to go to bed. And even though 2B2T is an online game, you can disconnect and essentially pause it. I really don't have any hope in that trail at all, really. I'm just gonna go to the no Concords and then come back and go south on those vertical trails. I think that's the best. Client-side proxy finally works. It was harder than I imagined managing the protocol at byte level with both client and server-side. But it works. Nice. Sounds like that took a little bit of thinking. There we go. There's gonna be a portal here 100% with this straight dug tunnel to it. This thing is gonna be a hole in the ground at the best. Oh, it doesn't look like there's much 119 activity. Oh, what? Interesting. I'm gonna just assume these are hunter trails, but guess we'll see. Like, just very weird. Like, what is that? Two very straight 1.12 trails. It's like quite a bit of activity in 1.12 at least. Ooh. Well, we found the thing here. Looks like a hole in the ground. Make sure my aura's on so I don't break any of these signs. Raft dock by Maddie, you're welcome. Where's everyone? Illusiona, Maddie, okay. It's a pretty neat base for a starter base, Batman Line. Maddie, Elucia, and 100k B00 health. If anyone finds this in the future, check out the history board. Word Rex was here. Just gonna close it up a little bit more. Sorry for taking all the cobble and chess. I needed it. Illusion. Pinned in Discord. This is a Discord starter base sometimes. Both Matt can't open this or unfriend. That's a crazy ass valuable chest. Brington was here 2016. That's a pretty old sign. One, two, three. S4X was here. Ogtopia, we made this base. We are back online and found first diamonds. Fully geared. Batman Line found the base in 2021. Baked in this year in 2022. And Illusiona quit at the end of 2020. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I need more rockets also. Oh my goodness. Just gonna restock downstairs where I'm safe, hopefully. An ultra seeker chest too. Roqueto. Was this the no-com base though? Yes it was. Dead body. Do you know if the Cracker Neo client by Nick is rated? No, I do not. I do not use cracked clients myself. The only clients I have are official releases from Rusher Hack and Feature. Those are honestly the only two 2B2T clients I have experience with and trust. If you're a PvPer, recommend Neo, but if you do base hunting, stay with Rusher. You have both. There you go. You got Axe 40's opinion on it. I'm not a PvPer, so I do not even have Neo. Rusher Meteor, only trustworthy, especially Rusher code Curly, and of course priority, use code Blizzin. For real, for real. For real. I'm stuck on the wall. You post your found base anywhere? Do you keep them to yourself, like coordinates wise? Most of the time I keep it to myself. Although sometimes I will share coordinates with The higher ranking members of the geocaching collective, known as Anarchy Artisans. So auto portal clean, yes it is, very clean. I love it. Hopefully you see some of my signs one day. I'm Terp City on the server. I'll keep an eye out for it. Is Nick well known? I don't know who Nick is. LPM. The only developer I know is John Rusherhack. We're close to another portal that looks like it's gonna be right on the trail, but we'll make our own. We're right on to a 1.19 trail. It looks like, oh no. Looks like maybe for some reason the 1.12 didn't look. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, it's just. We passed it, we passed. No big deal. I was following 1.19. So it is still going. Gonna just do the same. Oops, I tried to auto portal instead of auto portal twice instead of turning on aura. Lobby. Yes, the Elytra will automatically replace whenever it breaks. For sure, because one-time payment, right? Yes. Most of the time I'm just replacing with new Elytra Dead Spartan. I am not much of a repairer. I got too many Elytras to spend time on that. No skip here. Hey, cuz I'm Gale. Are we right on this? Yeah, we are. We are right on it. We're gonna go a little bit further this time, like... way... 6,000. I'm single on Discord. Yes, I do remember. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Mr. Don. Payment for scrap cords, JK, they're free. Appreciate the super chat. Hell yeah. Still can't get used to new keybinds? Yeah, keybinds can take a while to get used to. But once you got them down, definitely a plus. Did you perchance find a castle base today? Not on stream and not off stream. I don't think so. Unless I've forgotten about it. Yeah, here's all the different Jeff mod modules. Although I did just add a new 2B2T mod section to the Discord, I reworked it. So it has a lot more information about the mods I have, including Jeff Mod, which is one of them. And holy cow, this is some 1.19. Definitely no skip there. I used the autoflight in Jeff mod, and I have a screenshot of that config in my Discord. We'll try already open portals. An exit portal too in the middle. I mean, not great for the state of this terrain unless this is the base. Oh. Yeah, these are hunter trails. It depends on what you're looking for, X40. It's kinda difficult because, oops, did not mean to path. I want to fly. Different types of trails can lead to different things, so. I agree, TD Bear. I mean, generally that's right, DV, but unfortunately, there's not really a good way to tell that specific thing that you're asking. Oh, this is a mod called Elytra Autopilot. It just adds pitch 40 fly, which you can get in many other mods. But the specific Elytra Autopilot mod I have is also available in my Discord. Wow, no one has went through this. We got an old area. An alien A. Is the auto trail follow thing from Jeff Mod 2? Yes, it is. I knew it was going to be a pain to follow it, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Yeah, the UI is what shows up whenever you have the Elytra Autopilot mod. It's a part of it, yeah. If that wasn't clear. My shader pack is Complementary Reimagined. Holy cow, these chunks are awful. Absolutely awful. If you find my dirt stash, let me know. Will do, Elmo. I will keep on the lookout for the dirt stash. I know it is your most prized possession, so so red is brand new 1.19 chunks. Yellow is 1.12 or below chunks. So when it's both, it just means they were generated in 1.12, but they weren't loaded in 1.19 yet. Holy guacamole! I want Blizzard to find my stash one day and have that panic, type in chat, turn around, wrong trail, please believe me, turn around now. Maybe it'll happen. Who knows? Red means I generated them, and yellow means house generated them. Real, I guess. Whatever Mook says. Yes, Dalkio, that's probably the best range for dungeon hunting. I'm following a 1.12 trail specifically because it hasn't been followed by anyone else, but looks like someone is about to pick up on the trail. Or they pass through on another trail. You know you don't want to follow this one, Hunter. You know you do not want to follow this one. Oh no, it's a portal, they came back. Or left. Raw was here. It was about time we found a Raw sign. So Raw left into the nether here. Yep, in the end, Dalkio, most of it's just going to be luck. So the only thing that can bypass luck is time. Not true, he skipped. Why are there so many trails going this way? That floor dropping is crazy. Well, someone in chat said Mojang employees smoke weed most days, so I was just sharing. I'm a Mojang employee. I smoke meth 78 hours a week. I don't patch Minecraft. I think this is someone grid hunting in this area, but I'm gonna follow this a minute to figure it out. And it'll probably continue in the nether, unfortunately. Don't follow that trail. We did find remnants of a 2016 starter base, Cloaketh, or like a 2020 starter base. Maybe the 2016 sign was fake. At least 2020 for sure. Okay, I'm gonna swap it up a little bit. I'm gonna get back into 2B, but IDK I haven't played for a while. I mean, it's waiting for you whenever you have the free time. It will be here for a while. Grunge doesn't really fit my music style at the moment, Vex.
Na frente do cortejo, o meu beijo,
No, it does play it.
muito forte como laço, meu abraço. São poços de petróleo, a luz negra dos seus olhos, lágrimas negras.
Man, this chunk loading is crap. Absolute crap. I could walk as fast as the chunks are loading. I am on 121.1 right now. And this is on too much of a straight swapping spot. Yeah, I can't load shit. The new housemasters have taken over his cocaine addiction, it seems.
Por entre flores e estrelas.
Know what? We're gonna go to these 1.19s here. This is calling my name.
Dourada na orelha.
Yeah, this is a lot of hunting in closer to spawn locations like this. Is just picking what trail out of the millions look good. That can be hard to do.
Lágrimas negras caem.
I'm nearly positive that vertical 1.19 we were on before was just a hunter, so that's why I don't want to keep following that. So annoying, I want to make iced coffee, but ice isn't frozen yet.
E você, baby?
Guess I'll check it.
E você, baby?
Big 1.19 chunks. Nope. Nope. Waste all my time to follow that shit. Can you open in the end after the song? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Gale. Because that one was exiting there. Some are going there. Ah man, I'm really unsure about the spot. It was, I mean, just based on the direction of the trail and there being that being an exit portal from the overworld, that was just a hunter going back to the Nether. That means these related trails in the Nether are probably a hunter too. Like this portal here, which we'll be checking, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be pointless. Another exit, probably from another hunter. Yep, another exit, as I said. Everyone, Blizzin owes me prio on 2 of my accounts. Whatever Vex said is real. The truth. And hunting is like impossible today. Might be a shorter stream today if this crappy chunk loading keeps up, not gonna lie. Oh. 2BTT kicked me. I farmed too many E-chests. Blizzard owes me 16,400 prio accounts. Legal drinking age should be 4+. I think it should be a little bit higher than that, Vex. Anything, it should be lower. I mean, it's already lower in a lot of places other than the United States. I'm pretty sure the United States has one of the highest. Vex, I think maybe you drank at a young age. Here we go. Cat fight. We're just gonna follow these trails around until I see something that looks like a skip. He's Stalkio. Flew right through the trail. In Balkan, we can drink 13+. In bars, won't say anything. That's kind of crazy. Seems a little bit young. Instead of watching Netflix, I'm gonna watch you. Hell yeah. Cloak it. Is that why there's Balkan Rage? I mean, that would make sense, right? You have any opinion on near highway trails versus deeper nether trails, if it correlates to anything, or all just random? Obviously, I think the farther you go away from highways, the less things you're gonna find. But I think it's akin to the spawn dilemma. Closer to spawn, more things, but less impressive type deal. Got another super thin trail. This was a dupe? Not exactly sure what you're referencing, but I'm not duping right now, if that's what you're asking. Genetically modified cows produce beer and the meat is already seasoned. We should just elect Vex as the president. He would fix all our problems. But are they worth it? I bought it for $20 in 2020, and 5 years later, I'm still using it. So yes, I would say it's worth it. The loader for Rusher Hack is a jar file, Coco. But yes, I'm pretty sure it is written in Java. He would be like the president from Idiocracy. Don't say that about my Vex. But that is true. That is pretty funny. Trent Part has dibs on next stash, Mr. Trent. Only if that person is in possession of a Trent Part shit kit, of course. Come on, chunks. Let us cooperate. You recommend that by priority in 2B2T? Yes, if you're gonna play 2B2T often, I would highly recommend priority. Maybe in 3 years when I quit 2B2T, I'll give away my whole stash. Yeah, but it is unfortunately required moves. What versions does Rusher Hack work with? I think it works with 1.20, 1.19, and 1.21. I think it has installations for all the versions, but there would be more information on the Rusher website. I just use 1.21.1. What's that mod to see the world on the left? That is Zeros. I use Zeros and 2 additional Zeros add-ons. You can find more information about it in my mods list in my server. Quit in 3 years, huh? That's too specific. It's just a guesstimate of an amount of time. No comment. Seems like a couple people in chat play Rusher on 1.21.4, so it at least has that version also. Yeah, don't you know about the Blizz exploit? I can't tell you anything about it, but just beware. I would answer this, but I'm too big of a content creator. I don't have time for you, sorry. Can you give me something or help me? I'm gonna start in the server. I personally cannot right now because I'm not near spawn, Coco. But if I do coincide to being at spawn when you're at spawn, I would be happy to give you a kit. But the advice I give to a lot of people is I recommend just starting out on 2b2t fresh, because there really only is one time on 2b2t when you don't have god items, right? Once you get god items and maintain your e-chest, then it just becomes pretty repetitive. So your first time starting on 2B and getting your own armor and stuff is going to be the only time pretty much you ever do that. It's some of the most fun I had on 2B2T personally, so... In 3 years, every single base and specialty found, Blizzard will have it all. Will then blow it up and put the server pin. First, I'd stick with Meteor if you can. Have you thought about doing a start over stream? I have, but... Oh, this is a hunter trail. It's looking like. Anyways, it was fun to watch your stream, Blizz, and I have to sleep now because it's 4:15 a.m. for me, waiting for a vid. Yep, there's gonna be a new highlights vid tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, worst, it just doesn't have up-to-date features for 2b2t, etc. So I would recommend other clients that have better bypasses. Honestly, just join those Builders Guild or the Highwayman Guild. They'll give you freebies, but of course you have to slay for them and stuff like that. That is also possible. Although I did not do that myself. Big things ahead, real. I'm hoping. And this is a hunter trail through and through. We are not getting lucky today. Can you TP to people? No, you cannot. Rusted Thrones, Rune Roads, amazing. That's a cool title. I can agree with, for sure. Let me just pick up on some trails here. Got lucky and turned right on a 1.19 trail, and that led to a full Schultz and single chest next to each chest. Hell yeah. How do you know it's a hunter track? Just because it's changing directions a lot and it's following old trails. Usually if you're making a trail to a base, you're going to a specific spot. You're not just aimlessly wandering, following other trails, connecting your base trail to other trails. It just doesn't make any sense for a base hider to do. Of course, that could be completely false, and I could have missed a stash, but just generally. Vex is getting restless? Yeah. You ever play on Const or 9B? No, I'm a 2B2T only player. I do not play any of the alternatives. Man, this area is absolutely inundated with hunter shit. There's nothing here. Closest no-com base is there. Oh man, it's just loaded from portals. I think I am going to get on this ring road so that I can get to a little bit the chords not in the middle of nowhere, because I'm pretty far off the highway right now. So I think I'm gonna get closer to the ring road. That'll probably be more likely to have something. That's fair, they both kind of suck now, but a few years ago were goated. Yeah, a few years ago I was still playing on 2v2T, so I can't complain personally. I also do need to run and grab a drink real quick after answer this last question. What is the best settings on Meteor Client? I personally am not a Meteor client user, Coco. I only use one module in the entirety of Meteor client. That is in my Discord. So unfortunately, you'll have to look elsewhere for a Meteor guide. Because I don't use it. I don't have configs for that. Be right back, y'all. Just gonna grab some water.
Why don't you change your way? Why don't you change your way? Why don't you change your way? Why don't you change your way?
Let me catch up on chat real quick. No, I have not Smurfaderf. Fixing the geocaching link in the description of the stream right now. Or the Discord invite link in the description of the stream. Sorry, y'all. Checked in something on Discord. Okay, that's an interesting find. An interesting find. That link should work. I want to go on this side of the highway specifically, and then we'll find trails off this. And I think these are gonna be hot here. Just my guess. But don't be surprised if we find a bunch of stuff all of a sudden. Oh. Server dying. By the way, this is a dead body on lava with 54 diamonds, by the way. Just chunk trails and mango jewel pods. IRL geocaching? Yes, that's what inspired the theme behind the stream, is IRL geocaching. Because that's kind of what I compare 2B2T to in the end. It is kind of like Minecraft geocaching, you know? You find things in real life. If you find a geocache, you can destroy it, or you could leave your name. Sure, Mike. That should be it all, if you can pause on that and take a screenshot. Yeah, one gorilla, unfortunately. You might be able to make the reach longer depending on your ping, or your however the connection is. I just lowered it to that because any higher, and sometimes it'll swing and miss at entities too far away, which causes you to be delayed in hitting them. Fiddled with it quite a bit at one point. Gee, I wanted to close my account scroll at my old stash, and if I could, and if I would, then I couldn't throw my main with the alt because it would have been here. I realized last second would be traveling again. Well, it's good you caught that. I don't need to fight you, I can leave. There's no skip here. I'm gonna look for some skips on this. There's so much 1.19 activity, I swear someone's gonna skip off this. When I installed your mods folder, my game won't load and keeps crashing. The only thing I have, I guess the first step of troubleshooting Cloakith is, are you using the exact version of Fabric loader with Minecraft that I mentioned in the description? Because if you have those mods and you have the same version of it's just those mods might not work with different versions of Fabric. So that's what I guess it is. That's why I specifically mentioned the Fabric version I have, just because I can't guarantee they'll work on different Fabric versions. Only that one specific one. Also, yes, like Rich Junkie said, the error message, very useful as in troubleshooting these things. The server is dying. Then yes, the first thing I would guess is just you have a version of the Fabric loader that is incompatible, but really not sure. I got priority, but I don't really like the server. Dang. That's unfortunate. All spawns are just filled in with cobble. You can always use /kill to get a new spawn, Coco. Not all the spawns are filled in with cobble. Hello, Neil7. Spawn is the best part. Real. Spawn is the most entertaining part because that's where the most stuff happens. Yeah, no city at 2B spawn, unfortunately. Are there any no-coms close by? No. Okay, this is not looking hot. This is a hunter, and I can mark it. That is good to know. I'm gonna go a tad farther off and then do parallel. There are some highways that spawn. It's just if you have a client, it makes it a lot easier to navigate. And if you know like where the highways are, that sort of stuff, it also makes it a lot easier to navigate. The obsidian roof at spawn is also giant, so I feel like half the time you spawn, you're on the obsidian roof and you can just kind of run around. But just remember, if you ever get stuck, you can always just slash kill back. Slash kill back to spawn, slash kill out of a trap. Speedrun building and see how big of a build you can get done. That's an interesting one. Okay, it's going this way. The auto portal is real nice, yep. I am in full agreement with you. I can just do these short skips so fast. Very nice. Nope, it is public. You can, the code is also public on GitHub, so you can build the mod yourself. It is in Jeff mod. Jeff mod beat me up. I honestly don't use anything in Trouser Streak right now. I don't use any mods in it. But it does, I think it has some useful stuff that I'd use off stream, like online player activity detector. I actually find that really useful. You can actually kind of use that to see if people like placed and broke e-chests and then left the chunk really quickly, because when you load the chunk, it will like update the palette data with it, old blocks or something like that, and you can actually see like shulkers broken that aren't there anymore and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I can't find a way to obfuscate the coordinates on that, and there are a ton of false positives, so that's my current issue with it. Oh, we're probably a lot farther than 1.1 mil also. Let me do the math. Well, not much farther, but... Awesome, nice focus. Yeah, the one in the folder is one I built myself, so it might only... I might have, like, done something slightly wrong and only built it for a specific version of Fabric Modload or something. That's just... I keep saying that over and over, but I just can't think of anything else it could be. But glad you were able to get it to work. Hell yeah, Wendy. Do you steal from people's bases if it's not a stash base? Sometimes. A lot of times, there just won't be stuff worth taking. If they have like full shulkers of materials, maybe. A lot of times I'm just refilling on fireworks and stuff like that from farm bases and stuff like that I find. Man, I should go back to the Diags and find the Japanese farm bases. I was on a hot streak. Found like 4 in a row over the course of a week. Off Meg pause and go back. As far as I know, Colorado, there isn't baritone E-fly. Oh, no, I'm not. Right now I'm using AFK Vanilla Fly from Jeff Mod. But I do think I know what you're talking about, that someone made baritone available in the overworld with a fork, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Rocket. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Anyone follow you to stop you from doing what you're doing, or is it chill for the most part? The Minecraft world is just so big, Faded, it is basically impossible for anyone to find me. Even if I did leak my coordinates, the time it would take someone to travel to where I was, I would have moved away and it would become harder and harder for them to follow me from that point on, so... it's just pretty safe for base hunting, for streaming, as far as I'm aware. That's what I always thought a streamer should do, like if they did some research into 2B and they were actually interested in streaming 2B2T. They could make a base and stream themselves building on the base, and it would not be able to be found by people. They could also do the same for base hunting. Then they wouldn't be able to be stream sniped no matter how big the streamer they are, so... if they join at spawn and say, what am I gonna do? They're gonna get sniped 100% of the time just because spawn is spawn. Like when OnePixel joined the server, I don't know if you have checked out the short of OnePixel joining 2B2T I uploaded on my channel, but like when he was leaving spawn, he doesn't have cords on, he never leaked his cords, I just saw he was flying over some ice. Because I have the whole spawn mapped on my minimap, I just see the part that has ice, and I know exactly where he flew. And along with 15 other people all did the same thing and followed him, so... As long as you leave spawn, you're good to go. Whenever you come across a trail, how do you determine which direction to follow it? Always follow away from the closest highway, Roman, until you hit the end of the trail. Then, depending on how the trail ends, you might go back to the start to see if it was headed the other direction. But almost all the time, you'll want to travel away from the closest highway. So like for example in the nether here, like on this ring road, right? Like to the left here is going to be closer to spawn, and to the right here is going to be away from spawn. But people leaving this ring road are going to be traveling closer to spawn, away from the highway, or away from spawn, away from the highway, if that makes sense. So just whichever way is away from the highway they came from, generally. Oni was a funny one to see, yeah. Just sent you a DM following this trail and IDK what to do. So even if it's moving closer to spawn but away from highway, best bet is to follow it away from highway rather than closer to highway but further away from spawn. Yes, but that is right, Roman. But generally, away from spawn and away from highway are going to coincide. Generally, but like I just showed there on ring roads, there'll be exceptions. Yeah, if your only deal is having to wait, then running a proxy locally can help you join whenever you want to play without paying. As much as I would love to follow the straight 1.19 trail, I am going to switch on to this. This is much more intriguing to me. Yes, there is a mod to hide chords in F3 menu. Hello, hello, dropped head. I came and heard queue skipping. Tell me more about it. Well, it's not really queue skipping. A proxy is just an application that will keep your Minecraft character logged in and automatically queue for the server and automatically anti-AFK for you. And you can connect to that character through the server browser like you would connect to a server. Of course, I'm not probably explaining it perfectly. I would, once again, check out a Zenith proxy. If you would be interested in something that sounds like that. Proxy cannot help server disconnects, unfortunately, other than immediately get back in line. Exactly, yeah, it's just an application that helps you stay in the server and automatically reconnect to the server. Do I have to pay for proxy, or is it hard to download? And if I turn off my PC, will the proxy also turn off? Yes, it's just an application on your PC, so you have to have it running on your PC in order for the proxy. You can also host it on like a cloud site if you want to pay for it and be able to turn off your PC, but I would just run it locally on your own PC. Interesting. Yeah, I mostly I use the inventory tweaks, which has I can shift and drag my mouse over items, so regearing is actually pretty easy. I don't really have an issue with that. The difference is it does all the things you would want to do automatically, Kern, or it has the ability to do that, and you don't need to have your game open, like Rich says. It's just like you can have it running for 2 days and not be thinking about it at all, then feel like playing 2 days later, launch Minecraft, log into the proxy, and just be playing on 2b2t without cryo queue. That's the main appeal of it, I'm pretty sure. It is fine. I have original Moo branded dubs, which is pretty neat. Nice. What's the thing you're following? Like, what could it lead to? It could lead to anything. It's just a player that generated these chunks on 2b2t in Minecraft version 1.12. Other than that, we don't know unless we find a sign or ruins, etc. Right now, I have 2 Prio accounts, bruh, but I do not plan on renewing my stash Prio, probably. I mostly got it. Oh my goodness, of course it ends here. I mostly got it so that my 24-hour stream, I could log on to my stash for certain and there wouldn't be any problems. And this is also there, so we want to go here. Rich is offering to help out, but there probably is a tutorial on the GitHub. You could also ask ChatGPT for help. It would be probably relatively helpful. DV, you might need to fast forward so you're caught up live, because on my end it is not that long of a delay. On my end, I'm looking at about a 6-second delay, maybe 6 seconds. Oh my goodness, someone was using horse travel. Sadly, we can't see who owned this horse. This is how I used to travel on 2b2t. I used to use Entity Jesus and Entity Speed. and I would float over the water with horses back in 1.12. Interesting. So someone was on a horse on the water here. And they killed themselves because they didn't leave. Unless they like re-skip here or something. Like I just don't see this happening. But maybe. Not delayed for me, maybe 3 seconds. Could I technically fly high enough to not leave a chunk trail? No. Because chunks do not care about your Y value, they will load all the same. The only thing that could happen in the past is going fast enough so that you pass through chunks before they load. Which has happened, but nowadays it's a lot harder to move into unloaded chunks, so it's a lot less likely that happens. Type deal, you know? Unfortunately, our trail ended because the person on the horse killed themselves, so we have to find a new trail. Unfortunately. What's your favorite highway? A plus Z is my favorite highway. My feeling when trying to fly in certain boat fly? Yep. What hack client do you use? I mainly use Rusher and Meteor. If you're curious about my full mod list, I have it in my 2B2T mod section of my Discord. Lots of information about each of the mods that I use. Although, let me just correct you real quick. Although they are referred to as hacked clients, there's nothing hacking really related about them, and they're not even cheats. Website, so they just happen to have strict TOS against cheating. Yeah, like Faded says, it's very different from like YouTube's terms of service. For example. Yeah. Like, it is allowed in the server, so I cannot test hacks, not even in multiplayer? No, not on Twitch, Def. Cheating in cheating, if you get reported for it, you'll likely get banned, as far as I'm aware. Maybe they've made some changes recently, but as far as I've seen in the past, cheating at all is bye-bye on Twitch. Man, we are not finding anything today. Single player? I don't actually know, but it's an interesting question. I don't know enough. Off to the bed for night. Have a good one. Thanks, Cloaketh. That is the hope. Yeah, and the problem, like, I can say it's not a cheat client as much as I want, but when I open the GUI and it, like, looks like this, it's just bad, you know, it's a bad look. The way to clone banners? Yes. Like Don said. What's up, Water? You can actually clone maps in your crafting in your inventory, your crafting table. You don't need the table to clone them. You need the table to lock it after you've created your map art, but then after that you can just copy it with an empty map in your crafting bench. Yes, yes, I am serious. Yeah, you lock it with the glass pane in the cartographer table, and then once it's locked, you just copy it by putting the map next to a blank map, and then it will craft two of them. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, now you know, so. You know, last time I passed a trail that looked exactly like this, there was a portal skip right here and there was a stash, so. Let's see. No luck. Darn, I was feeling lucky. The red on the map means brand new 1.19 chunks. Which is why I was disappointed, because I was hoping someone had been here before through a portal, but apparently not. It is 50-50. You have to adjust your range very to a specific amount. I think I have mine at 3.03 works best for me, but maybe 3 or 2.97 would work better for you. Maybe if I change the packet speed to 0, I won't get kicked. Nope, I'll still get kicked. God darn it. I mean, I've played Minecraft since 2010 on and off. Whether it's with my friends or didn't like me reconnecting. Whether it's with my friends or, you know, survival games or factions or like, oh, second crash of the stream. I guess I saw that coming. Scott Bow Network. Yes, I did Colorado. I played the Lava Escape game mode on it. Well, it was on Minecraft.net. If you just had a free account, you could play like the old versions for free in browser. And yes, I did play Lava Escape back in 2010 or 2009, probably, even before I bought the game. If I had to guess. Sup, Thunder Snoop? Man, it is... The server is not letting me back in. Okay, I don't have... anything on, I don't think. I think we're back. Hey. A little bit of an issue. I have sodium and iris, if you consider iris a optimization mod. Yes, I changed my username to Blizzard in around 2015 death. I had a different username before that. which I swear I joined 2B2T on, but I can't find any record of it on like Old Friend or anything. I've tried to look it up to prove that I was like a, yeah, to prove like I was a 2014 joiner. Yeah, that was my dad's username, and I used his username as a kid, but as I grew up, I came up with my own Blizzin. Or actually, technically, my younger sister came up with Blizzin one day when I was playing an MMO in 2015, and I stole it as a username because I thought it sounded really cool. Just the developers of Impact stopped developing. You know, they have to update it to newer versions. It's a constant effort. There's actually quite a bit of 1.19 activity here, so I kind of want to check for skips here, I think.
Let's get away. Let me take you all the way. No, there's no need to rush. No, I'm just trying to explain. Want you to realize when you're next to me, ecstasy slowly getting hard to breathe, hard to breathe. Yeah, I'm still the one, still the one. Say the word and we'll be gone. Baby, we should run away tonight.
Dang. Yeah, no, 2B, or Minecraft in general with shaders and a bunch of mods is hard. Nothing really to do with the 2B2T being old and a bunch of stuff. Of course, in Spawn, it's a different story, but in general, it's just Minecraft issues, you know? Nothing too crazy. Real mango. We do need a geocache, real. Are we close to any no-com shit? No, we are not. Wait, I'm on wrong waypoint. Oh, my client is dying. Oh shit. Oh, too many waypoints. Ugh. Okay, nothing too close. Nothing too close. Only that one I've already checked. Okay. Come back to me, frame rate. I'm gonna leave behind this shulker with some elytras in it. Create a geocache for someone else. We've had one find, Alexander. Ooh, we actually hit a skip this time on... Or not a skip, but a trail this time. Not really expecting that. This was just supposed to be a restock, but now we have something to follow. My favorite block? It's a good question. Sorry, Base Finder is gonna go crazy while I'm next to this shulker. I like stone half slabs. Smooth stone half slabs. That's a random block. Cherry trapdoors. So yeah, that has to be another one. I really like cherry trapdoors. They're pretty good. Sorry. I'm reading chat and then getting on this trail. First is cozy too. Prismarine, Dark Oak Door. Real. These are all pretty good. Emerald Block because of the sound. Another good reason. Dark Oak Doors and Trapdoors look like chocolate bars. Calcite. I just can't wait till they add like marble into the game. That's what I'm looking forward to. Eventually they have to add marble, right? No, that spot will be there in 5. Truly. I will see you here. Verdant Froglight. Got lots of good candidates here. There are lots of good blocks. Yep, maybe different colors and textures, yeah. Because right now I've I built this gigantic library in modded with marble, like with modded blocks, and then I kind of went back and recreated it in just vanilla Minecraft blocks, and it just doesn't. Calcite just does not look the same. Yeah, calcite blocks, or like calcite bricks, calcite slabs, polished calcite, yeah, all that stuff. The auto e-fly is called Elytra Autopilot. I have the mod linked in my Discord server under the 2b2t mods channel. You know, there's quite a bit of stuff that could be added. And I just think they're trying to spread it out. They realize they have a cash cow in Minecraft. And if they just keep slowly adding stuff, people will just continue to play, like me. Maybe someone else is already doing what I'm doing. It's possible. It is very possible. Bears, sharks. Oh my. Cute little alcove. Okay. Iron chests. Oh goodness. Reminding me of Tekkit Classic. Ooh. I see, I see. Close on it. Let there be dubs. Well, the trail ended. Okay, just making sure I am right on this. Yes, I am. So I can go back north in this direction. I go 3K, I think. 2K. Oh, come on. Don't do this now to me. I'm hypnotizing you all right now.
When you look into my brown eyes, see my lips always can make you switch sides. You never know the devil in a disguise, so why don't you stand up, baby? So let me show you, I don't need to back it up. Don't wanna hold you slow, just leave my heart in my heart. I just wanna love on you, trust in you, honor you, peace is the same on your part.
I mean, honestly, you can shoot fireworks with a crossbow. I never see anyone doing that. I wonder if that's secretly OP. You could do some like fast reload exploit on crossbows to shoot fireworks. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of stuff like that will just be, I think, will be looked at by people in the community as like low effort additions if they don't have like some story or lore or big purpose behind it, you know? Just my opinion.
Yo, yo. Met her on the north side of the River Thames. You're a bar, sweet voice like Thames. Saw her in a party, turning up with her girlfriends on a weekend. Like, what the hell's a boyfriend? Let me scope her out, no shades. Look her up and down, no shade. You should have seen what her mumsy made. Make it rain. Hennessy and champagne, man, I'm on a roll. Feeling good, like say I run a show. If Beyonce walks in with Jay-Z right now, my man's going home alone. I walk up and look her deep in the soul. Yeah, put your number on my phone. I ain't gotta talk too much, cause you know how the story goes. Yeah, I ain't really got no time. But baby girl, you just my time. Hand on my heart, no lies. Even in my sleep, you're still on my mind. Even though it's wrong.
How long for what Ray was?
Can't do no wrong when I catch that Cupid view, it's long. But right now, sing along to the song now. Pass me the keys, let me take you for a ride. Your old team didn't wanna spoil you, what a joke, man. I'ma treat you right. Only first class when we jump on a flight, and only 5-star when we sleep at night. Bartender, get a rain up on ice. 1 or 2 drinks, got us feeling alright. I already know is what I want right now. What I really want is you in lingerie. Silhouette got me thinking all types of things.
Steve Harvey, I think is his name. How long have I played TBTT? Since 2020. Because monkeys didn't get the right gene. Oh my god, the mobs are crazy. Yeah. TBTT chat is something for certain. Oh my goodness, this trail like ended right after we started following it, pretty much, is what I'm getting from this. That is what I'm getting from this. Oh, this is gonna be the end of it then, right here. And it's gonna be an exit portal. It's gonna be an exit portal, I'm so certain. Another pointless trail we followed. Sometimes you just get unlucky. My pyro ran out, so I can't get on until tomorrow. Unlucky. Of course, there are no more exits. Dropped some frames. Sorry, I see the frames dropping. Stream is lagging. It is not just you. is on my end. But looks like it is back to being fixed. Lagging. Yes, Alexander. As closely as you can. I have a base hunting or base hiding guide in the Discord if you're curious. Wait, that is weird. I just saw that. It's like in 1.19 chunks, but I guess 1.20 updated. Or maybe it was just close enough to the 1.12 trail to generate in 1.12. Not really sure, but it's a it's a cool one. Glad I didn't get mining fatigue. What did you do, Rich? Nice. Thank you, Rich, for helping members of the community get stuff set up. I don't think I will be paying him, but I will give him my thanks. Yes, Kern. Where in the Discord is your base hiding section? It is under the 2B2T base and stash hunting information category. It is called How to Hide Your Base.
Where do you really want to be? What you saying? Let's see. I know you can't disagree. I know there's plenty more fish in the sea, but I really think this catch is for me now. And now you're hooked on sea.
Don't worry, Wild or World.
But it's a little bit different.
One or the other, it's all the same to me. We're chilling here.
I'm trying to make this work without no more hurt. Actions, no words, I'm only down. If you're down. Emotions in my brain. It just ain't the same. I want you. All these emotions in my brain. I want you. Without you, it just ain't the same. I want you. There's less to lose and more
He
to
does it for the
gain.
dubs.
Swear this ain't no game, no game. I want you. All these emotions in my brain. I want you. Without you, it just ain't the same. I want you. There's less to lose and more to gain. I swear this ain't no game, no game. I don't wanna force or try rush you. I just wanna know if we're gonna push through. I ain't doing it for them, babe, just you. Put my heart in your hand, cause you know I trust you. And I can admit I've been misguided. But I'm hoping this ain't one-sided. I'm only coming in.
So I did miss it on that one.
I'm getting deja vu,
Huh.
but it's a little bit different this time.
Pretty sure I lined it up right though.
I really gotta try now, trying to make this work.
I guess.
Actions, no words, I'm only down.
Somehow it got offset. I don't understand though. Oh well.
It just ain't the same. I want you. All these emotions in my brain. I want you. Without you, it just ain't the same. I want you. There's less to lose and more to gain. I swear this ain't no game, no game.
I think we hit that one last night, so I'm gonna go here. Yes. It is complimentary reimagined, like Rich Junkie said. I'm gonna go a little bit higher here, but also adjust this to 5. Yes, it could be late. Thank you for the sub, Thunder Snoop Gaming. By the way, if you do sub and I do not see you, I apologize, but Streamlabs will only show me subs if your YouTube profile is public. If it's private, that information is not available to me, so that is why. Dang, that's quite the time warp, DV. Looks like it is off slightly. That's very weird. Huh. Hello, Redacted.
All I know is that your love can take me higher. Show me places that I never knew. I believe I'll make it through the fire, knowing that I'll be with you. I had to reach a heart so deep. I knew your love was mine. I had to reach a heart so
Thank you for the sub, Kingman. It just took a second, it looks like. It popped up, though. This is the Rusher Hack Plus cape. Thanks to viewers of the stream who used discount code Blizzin when buying Rusher, I was able to get a copy of Rusher Plus. No problem, Kingman. Rusher Plus, you need 5 people to use your referral code to buy Rusher Hack licenses. Of course, you can buy 5 licenses yourself using your own code, but when's that Rusher Plus giveaway? So I haven't gotten enough referral code uses for a second copy yet, unfortunately. Let me see when I asked John last. I asked John on April 12th, and I had 8 uses, so I'm still 2 away from giving it 1 away. I had like a really big spike with a bunch of people using my code, and then seems like silence from then on, but not a big deal. Eventually it'll happen, and eventually we'll give it away. No one has missed anything, we just haven't gotten that much yet. Yeah, it looks like over time the trail shifted. You can see it shift here and like shift here. It shifts over one. It was slowly shifting over, so our trails ended up missing it. Or our portals ended up missing it slightly. Oh, it isn't a bad thing. It just means we wasted a little bit of time. Yes, I'm using the client that actually was just mentioned. Rusher and Meteor. If you're curious about my full mod list, I have my full mod list in my Discord along with information about each of the mods and what I use in each of them. So you can use that to craft your own custom 2b2t config, or you can use my mod pack that I left available. It is up to you. C64S says, yo, what's poppin', Blizzin, watching the stream. Thanks for tuning in, C64S. It is complimentary reimagined. We've been pretty unlucky today, unfortunately. Just started playing on 2B2T last week and have been enjoying it so far. Nice. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, lots of people have actually told me that their streams have inspired them to join, so I hope the people that I did inspire actually enjoy their time on the server and don't hate it. How do I add certain blocks to search? If you're using Rusher, you can use the search either blocks or entities, depending on what you're adding command. Can you join on Bedrock? No, you cannot join on Bedrock. Bedrock and Java are essentially two different games, so you can't join on one with the other. Weird question, are you the biggest 2B2D streamer technically? I don't know actually. Sub count, like, Paul has more subs than me and he also streams on Twitch. So I'm not sure really how to compare Twitch viewer count to... Oh yeah, also Rickson. Don makes a great point. Rickson pulls lots of viewers on his vertical 2B2T streams. No problem, Favo. So this is dumb, but I'd love to see you try it. Geyser supposedly lets you do that. Oh, join on Bedrock? Interesting. I am using mainly Rusher hack. Zach plays, but if you want my full mod list, it is included in my Discord. I also use Meteor Client. I'm mostly using add-ons from the Meteor Client, like Trouser Streak, Stardust, and Jeff Mod. Once again, I'd recommend the Discord as a great spot to learn more about the mods that I'm using and what I'm using each individual mod for. So that if you're curious about a specific aspect of my gameplay, you can just get that mod. I also have a mod pack, so if you want to just copy all the mods I'm using, except for Rusher, because it's a paid client, of course, so you'd have to buy and install that on your own using code Blizzard. But other than that, everything's available in there. I don't have it on this instance, Dawn, but I figured I'd include it since I have used it in the past. I just like going and flying and reading signs. And also, I don't really have any lag back, so I don't really have use for Rocket Man, in my opinion. I don't notice a considerable difference. Yes, this is Java. A random turn. I will not say no to this. Interesting. Oh, that's a portal. I see. Probably nothing to see here, but I'll check. Red are brand new chunks. That means they're being generated for the first time.
Gripped on two, so I cheated. I think that I shouldn't, but no, I should've. The CID can't chat to me, I'm so fluent, and I dodged that bullet. Shit, this gal wanted me, I would've put it all in a block like would've. Black shot like would've. Anytime when the
Yellow is old chunks, known as 1.12 or before.
she does me a chatting. Why she always jamming? Back on my young king back from early. She was tracking the jewelry pack.
So once the server updated in 2023, no more old chunks could be generated. All of them are going to be these clear chunks now. Zach, you just have to follow people's trails until you find them. There really is no tips and tricks other than follow a trail until the end as much as you can. Keep in mind that people try to hide things. If you want an idea of how I pick trails and how I follow stuff, you can always watch the stream. It's a great resource. So the trails on the map are going to be Zeros Plus, and the trail follower is going to be Jeff Mod. Both of those are available in my Discord. The links to their GitHubs or Modern pages.
On the scene like hello, been doing this thing just me from get-go, from day dot. I'm old school like Wiley and K dot. UB for the place that I came from, where the plain white tee gets stained on. From a young boy, had to dodge that shit. Running from feds, but I'm not that quick. There's only so much left in these 110s. Now I got 10 picks, invest on my 6. Why are these man all up on my dick like a plastic wrap with a Duress fit? The bags on a football pitch full kit while I'm putting his chick top bins and shit. I just hit top bins, 1-2 touch, yeah, we're locked in. I got the skills to make the girls sing and the geezers too, yeah, we're doing this thing.
If I gave out the cords to my stash, it wouldn't be my stash anymore, would it? Prefer to keep it my stash. Hey man, find anything cool today? Only started playing the server recently, but I've seen your name in chat and just saw stream pop up in my recommended. Currently grinding to fill my e-chest and base hunt. Unfortunately, today has been kind of a dull day. We've only found one thing, some old 2020 base. But you know, any second it could turn around, we could start finding things. It really is just up to luck, so fortunately not at the moment, but hopefully soon. Top bins, 1-2 touch, yeah, we're locked in. I got the skills to make the girls sing and the geezers too, yeah, we're doing this thing. I just hit top bins, 1-2 touch, yeah, we're locked in. I got the skills to make the girls sing and the geezers too, yeah, we're doing this thing. I just hit top bins, 1-2 touch, yeah, we're locked in. I got the skills to make the girls sing and the geezers too, yeah, we're doing this thing. Actually, that's better. I like the rain. I'm a fan of the rain. I will take it. I totally forgot I had that disabled. Hello, DDD. Well, best of luck with it, man. Hope to be doing the same soon for the first time after I go to the end to stock up on elytras. Going to the end is a treacherous task. I would almost recommend just looking around nether highways around spawn to find elytras rather than going to the end. But if you're up for the task, then go for it, man. I wish you the best of luck. Did you get your rockets from base hunting or farm? Some of them are farmed, but most of them are base hunting farms. Whenever I find farm bases, I stock up on all the rockets that they got there, so I've got quite the amount stocked up. Ah, that makes sense. CEJ? Then that's a good plan. Yeah, if you have some with mending already, you can mend them and continue on. It's a good deal. Been farming rockets, totems, XP, and gear sets to get ready. Nice. Sounds like you've gotten quite established. You're doing what I always recommend new players to do is gear up by themselves first, because once you have OP kits in your e-chest, you never go back until you know the starting state. So it's like a limited time experience. I've been playing since 2020s. I joined with the intent of finding bases and building bases of my own, and I've been doing it ever since. Yes, I'll prove it. Look, I'm on TBTT. Hi guys, is this TBTT? Let's see what chat says. No. Hello, 100 Dogi and says KTVP, thank you for letting me know. This is not TBTT. I've been lying to you guys the whole time. Lying to you guys completely the whole time. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, YouTube doesn't really care. But who knows? Maybe I'll have to disable it one day when my stream gets big enough, but for the time being, I have never had any problems with it. Building a large base. Good luck with that, Thunder Snoop. Thank you for the sub, Camry. Yep, as I said before on stream, Thunder Snoop, I have quite a bit of chords lined up that people have asked me to visit. I really haven't had any free time, just as most of my free time I do like to spend streaming on 2B. So, if you're reading this, your luck went down by 1,000,000,000%. Unlucky. It's just not our day, is it? The search mod's so nice now I can just AFK and get notified? Yes. The dinging and toast notifs are very nice. Was using the Iceboat Highway earlier, it was so fast? Yes, it is much faster than Bounce. Unless you're in a 1.2, then that's faster than Iceboat. What farms do you have? I'm not sure what farms to make. Gunpowder farm. Sugarcane farm. I have like an auto trading station set up. I have a prismarine farm somewhere. I've never made a prismarine farm. I've just used others. I also have used other raid farms, but I haven't built a raid farm myself. I've used slime farms, honey farms. Bounce, you get about 41 blocks per second, C64. It varies between 38 and 41 blocks a second. Yo, what's the Hatter 8 guys Twitch or YouTube? I'm trying to support as many 2B streamers as possible. We need more. I think it is just twitch.tv/Hatter8. If I'm not mistaken, Cleric. What? Read that. Wouldn't that be funny if you and Rich ran into each other on the dumbass trail? Real. That would be pretty funny. How many shulks of rockets should I take to the end? I mean, my ender chest is pretty much always like 6 to 8 resupply shulks of each chest, etc. And then the last 19 slots are all elytras and rockets. If you're reading this, your luck went up by 2%. Hell yeah. What things did you put in search? If you want to copy my search config, Favo, it's actually in my Discord under the Rusher hack section of my mods and configuration. I have my Rusher hack config there. You can add my exact search config or open it and view my whole list there. I would recommend that. It's probably going to be easier to read than if I pull it up on stream. It's just a gigantic green list and it's not really readable. Hatter is a legend. He's the one who gave me the shulkers that spawned and helped me get set up. Hell yeah, Siege. Or CEJ, I don't know. Siege or CJ. Or CJ, maybe. If you're reading this, your stash will get griefed by Onipixel. If my stash got griefed by Onipixel, I'd take it as an honor. One's first grief is the stash 27 million out. That's crazy. Takes so long to get 500k with e-bounce. Yeah, the travel bypasses right now are not very powerful. They've been nerfed a lot recently. Actually just started a new channel in the server called 2B2T Updates, where I am kind of trying to detail changes in the 2B2T meta over time. And I've kind of detailed some changes to the movement exploits that I've been privy to. Of course, I need to add a lot more info to it. But for the time being, it's a nice start. If you're reading this, your base is getting raided by McFit. I'll sometimes post songs from my playlist or my whole playlist in the music and videos channel in the Discord, just to advertise the Discord a little more. That is where you will find most of the stream-related stuff outside of the stream. Most of, if not all. Yes, KTVP. Unfortunately, I am banned from Melon Men because they don't do their research. But if you want to join the Melon Men, feel free. I completely agree with their modus operandi of helping new players. I'm totally on board. Just someone sent them faked screenshots of me saying bad things, and for whatever reason, the Melon Men is the only group that didn't ask for proof, and so they believed the fake screenshot. Other groups like Dawn Fewer, Highway Workers Union, VEA, Hunters Union, like they all realize there's absolutely they're faked. So I'm not banned from those discords, even though they were sent around. Long story short, yeah, they just banned me, and then I tried to explain to them that they were fake, and I got blocked, so they seem to not care. But I used to contribute a lot. Like, I mean, I'm totally on board with what they do, helping new players out from spawn. Like, I used to post in their Acts of Kindness channel all the time. I bet you if you go back like 6 months in the Act of Kindness channel, you can still find a bunch of messages from me. Or maybe even if you like search from Blizzard in the Discord, you could find them. But anyways, no need to. I'm not trying to start any beef or anything. Just that is my relationship. I would be chill with them, but they've banned me. Banned from Dontra with no proof. Unlucky. Did someone get asked mad that you stole their stash? Did they fake screenshots? No. It was. I'm not gonna get into the drama of it, but it was. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. Just take my word for it. A long time ago, the Melon Men Discord got nuked by an undercover moderator. And when they made the new server, I got impersonated, essentially, to sum it up. There's some more details, but again, I really don't care to start drama with people anymore. I am monk mode, so peace to all. As that one dude said when he was getting arrested, nukes to all other planets, peace among all humans. I think he was on something, but... Me mode? Yeah, exactly, Monk. Hell yeah, thanks for tuning in, Mr. Monk. Yeah, a lot of building groups like that tend to just like ban people if their regular members don't like people also. So if you get banned for no reason in those groups, it literally could just be a couple people told higher ranks that they don't like you, and that's why you got kicked out. Like, I see that happen a lot. People I like most in the group is Elder Villager and Curtis. They chill as fuck. Yeah, I've only really interacted with Elder Villager once, and I have not interacted with Curtis really. Curtis did say he watches my stream though, so hell yeah. W Curtis. What do you think of Joseon? I know Joseon got muted for spamming Qs in chat, and people kept giving them attention for getting muted. No one would listen to me, just ignore them and they will fade into irrelevancy, but Joseon was chill at a spawn base, but apparently they griefed it after, so I'm on the fence on if they're chill or not, but I know they tend to hang around spawn, spam in chat, do that sort of thing. Undercover moderator? Yeah, there was an insider at one point. Just trying to enjoy a succulent Chinese meal? You grab my penis? I see you are well trained in the ways of... What did he say? Oh man, that's a classic Don. Behold, democracy manifest. I'm just cracking up thinking about that clip. I have to Try to be an Aussie whenever videos like that get brought up. Haha, real. It's a path you're following? Yes. The clear chunks are 1.19 generated by someone else, so I'm following in someone else's footsteps. When was the last time you seen Fit Online? I don't even know, world, because I don't pay attention to Fit's I don't even know what Fit's username's on, so I wouldn't even know if he joins, to be completely honest. Pizza? Don is crying because of my answer, I think. On my way to mend Elytras. And you know if the path is a dead end or leading to something, or you don't know? You do not know, unfortunately. It's like gambling. You follow a trail till the end. There may be nothing. There may be the biggest space. There may be the biggest stash. But you'll never know until you get to the end. I'm honestly gonna switch trails to this one, but come back if this one ends. If the diagonal one ends. The straight one has just been going for so long, I am losing hope that there's actually anything. But I will keep this one in mind. Imagine there's a stash in 1K. Well, I'll be coming back to it. Like, this one could turn into another trail in 1,000 blocks, and then I'll just be done with this one, so it probably won't be long if I had to guess. Monk, have you ascended the 7,000 steps to High Rothgar at the throat of the world? That sounds like an amazing journey. So the path that is not red is generated by another player, yes. And the way 2B2T chunks work is these red chunks that I'm generating that are much wider than the trail are actually called lazy chunks. So if someone were to follow me, they would see these same red chunks that I'm seeing. It's just a change the owner of 2B2T has made to reduce the size of the world so that there isn't a shit ton of excess data saved around trails.
Still got my day ones with me. I don't wanna shine if they can't shine with me. Big car, big frizz, I'm a big dog. So boom boy, but I know that's a big piece. Summertime rooftop bar doing shots of tequila, and I got a painting with me. I'm cool, just talk to me properly. Or the convo on my head that swiftly. I'm still so good, it's a mystery. I told bad mind, just see me and miss me. Not see me bad, I'm clean and crispy. Try bring bad up to me, that's risky. Tonight I'm stepping in hard shoes. Dog, I ain't no picnic. I let them use my flow and get away with it. Guess I gotta look after my picnic.
How do you see the chunk trails on the map? The chunk trails on the map is from Zeros Plus, actually, Don. Yeah, to see them is Zeros Plus. To follow them is Jeff Mod, automatically. but my full mod list is available in the Discord. I have a description of each mod and what I use it for, so if you only want specific features, you know, let's check that out. That mix ended. Let me see, what have we not hit up in a while? You know, we actually haven't run this in a minute. I am going to run it back. The classic Blizzard. Yeah, I honestly should go a little bit lower so we can see the terrain and stuff, so it's not like I'm flying through straight blue skies. But not too much to see. Yes, it is in the under Zero's world map chunk highlight settings is where it's specifically located. I want to learn how to do this kinda. Well, this is a prime example of exactly the type of gameplay you would expect if you plan to base hunt on 2B2T. I have hundreds of hours of VODs at this point in time of me hunting. So there's plenty of footage out there. I mean, if you're not sure what you're doing is right, you can always compare it to what I'm doing. I also have highlight videos. I'm planning on making tutorials soon on some specific mods that might be a little bit more challenging to understand. But just in general, I'd say if you watch 15-20 minutes of the stream, ask a question about a mod or two you're confused about, you know, read the Discord mod list. It would be pretty learnable after just seeing it for a bit. Bad at Minecraft though, so maybe like 100 hours. Yeah, it does take some getting used to it. Like, I played Minecraft for like 10 years before joining 2B2T, so I was already well aware of the game and the mechanics of the game. It was joining 2B2T for me was really just learning about the server. I already had Elytra flying, portal skipping, nether travel, all of those mechanics were already well baked into my brain. So luckily for me, it was pretty easy to just learn about the server. And like, I had played faction servers before, so I had an idea of, you know, cheat clients and that sort of stuff. Anyways. Ah, well, welcome, Trent Fart. That's a weird name. But yes, this is 2B2T, Minecraft's oldest anarchy server. Welcome. Minecraft, the graphics are like blocks and stuff. Yeah, lots of blocks. 2B2T stands for 2 Builders, 2 Tools. I don't know who the 2 builders are, and I don't know what the 2 tools are. I just know it's Minecraft's oldest anarchy server. Mr. Trent has never been to 0-0 either, yeah. I can already see the message in my chat. What's 0-0? What does that mean? I haven't been to spawn to load the nether sign, or else I would show it right now. Is there a one builder, one tool? Probably. There's lots of alternate servers like 6B, 6T, 9B, 9T, stuff like that. Roblox.com real. Sword and pickaxe. Oh, but how do you know the axe and the hoe aren't included in that DV? Did you read Housemaster's Mind back in the day? Okay, we're gonna go back this way, I think. Probably smartest. We'll end up crossing this vertical and crossing our original vertical, hopefully, if they keep going. And we'll follow a new trail. Two builders is like House and George Bush. Pickaxe and flint and steel. Pickaxe for building, sword for fighting. Yeah, who knows, is the point I'm trying to make. That's a really confusing trail. I mean, can just simply be explained as multiple people doing different things. But yes, I do agree crossing trails are a bit confusing sometimes. Well, it started on Gary's mod, so one of the tools was probably a crowbar. That is true. You're right. It was Gary's mod and a TF2 server before. So maybe it was like a crowbar and a baseball bat or something. I don't know. What's the most iconic tool from TF2? Baseball bat, stopwatch, wrench, I don't know. A crowbar and a wrench, maybe? That could make sense. If I find a stash, do you recommend me making a temp stash and transferring everything to there and then to my main stash, or just instead of main stash? I mean, if you already have a main stash set up, I'd just move it right there. But if you don't have one and plan to make it later, then yes, I'd move. Like I made a temp stash 1,500 blocks off one of the main highways when I was moving my stash for about 3 weeks. Yes, I am, Pa. I didn't miss any chats or anything, doesn't look like. Sup, Haviland. Played on Donut SMP in 2023, it was easy to find bases. Okay. That makes sense. Oh yeah, you found a nice looking farm base in Dubs. Do you want to DM me whose it is, Hayes? Just because I'm curious now. Do you know whose it is? Dude, I've been in... Everyone who started watching my stream and following my advice for hunting gave me half of the dubs that they found, I would have like 1,000 dubs from the start of my streaming career. Jesus Christ, my followers are finding so much shit. What did you think of episode 78, Skibidi Toilet? I do not watch Skibidi Toilet, unfortunately. As I said, minus 1,000, 10 billion% luck. Yeah, exactly. Are chunk trails a part of Rusher Hack? The map, it is a part of Zero's Plus. I kind of have an overview of each mod I have, Aces, in my Discord, if you want to check that out. I give an explanation of Zeros Plus as to what it adds and what I use on it. Just found 0 dubs. How do you Electrify on 2B2T on Rusher Hack? There isn't an overworld e-fly for Rusher Hack, but I have other configs in the 2B2T mod section of my Discord server. How much of it you want? No, I don't actually want any of it. I was just joking. I was just trying to give an overview of the absolute quantity of stuff people are finding. But no, I don't need anything. Where do you find the Discord? It is in the description and it is pinned in chat, Kingman. Yeah, I'd let, if I was FTW, I would move it all or move most of it before sending it publicly, just in case someone who, you know, knows the people who own the stash see it, just to be ultra safe. Yeah, I mean, I'd get an alternate account on ASAP to try to move it. I could be persuaded, but it seems like it's pretty far out, so I'm not entirely sure, you know. Thanks, Vex. Hey, Spoofy. Would you take my stuff if you find it? No, I would not, BB. How to get Rusher Elytra? This is the cape from Rusher Plus Doobie. So, because I have Rusher Plus on the Rusher installer, I was able to check a box for cape. I think there's one for default Rusher too. I'm just not sure what it looks like at this point in time. Okay, so that's very weird. But that means I want to go check something else. 8 doves with average e-shulker filled with 30% or better stuff. That's not bad then. Vex got something to say. Easy season. I did see he dropped onto 2 or something. I have absolutely zero opinion on anything Skivity Toilet related, Draco. I'm sorry. I have not watched it and I will not be watching it. But if you enjoy it, then I support you for it, but it's just not up my alley. You said Skivity Toilet, you liked Skivity Toilet. I'll be shocked for weeks, Vex. Is this real? I'll be sad and happy? Okay. It's 2B2T-mods, aces. It's under the base and stash hunting information section. No, I don't want to know what, Vex. I do not want to know what, because I know what you're going to say. Nice cave? Yeah, it is a nice cave. From where do you buy a kit? I always recommend find your own stuff. Do not pay the shops. But if you really do have just money lying around and you are lazy and want to buy from a shop, I would recommend ShopX. You're right, Vex, I did, and you got me. Of course. Apparently, getting to this location in the Nether is impossible. Just gonna go dig over there if required. I don't think I can, Draco. I don't think it's physically possible for me to ingest Skibbity Toilet at this stage in my life. I'm too old, I'm sorry. I'm too boomer pilled. You'll be enlightened when you watch Skibbity Toilet. Is that so? Just as a heads up, this stream probably has about 10 more minutes. I have to finish up collecting the highlights for the video tomorrow, but I will also be streaming tomorrow. Yo, Blizzin, can you drop an I like turtles in chat for Yamez? Yes, I can. I'm also gonna drop a Rip Terry Davis in a second. Give it some time. Oh 07 Havlin, thanks for stopping by. Imagine you find one now. Yeah, it would be just my luck. This just doesn't look like a hunter because they're not following any trails. There's some rotten flesh, so it's like 2 people went on this trail, or they were walking, or it just turned day when they were traveling. It could be many things. That many cameramen sacrificed their life to show us. Real, Draco. Nothing is realer than what you just said. You are the realist. Isn't 2B slowly getting less stuff, like 20 dubs a day maybe or more are used that were duped? Yeah, duped items, like god duped items, are slowly being lost, but new items are being farmed, you know. Mob farms are very fast now. There's raid farms, so totems aren't really rare, rockets aren't really rare. You know, there's a lot of stuff that can be farmed now, quite efficiently, automatically too, so while some stuff is becoming less common, some stuff is becoming more common, so in the end, I think it'll all balance out. You know, stashes are just gonna keep getting found and spread up into smaller amounts, and people are gonna keep farming more farmable items, which will increase the size of stashes more and more, so stashes will probably come back, but they'll just all have a lot smaller percentage of, like, duped items. Not right now, error. There are no public dupes on 2B2T. I do think it's almost inevitable that there will be some dupe in the future at some time, KTVP. I just am afraid that, like, some group is going to discover it, dupe for a week privately, and then, like, the dupe will be patched, and then it will just be one group with a massive influx of items. It won't help the 2B community as a whole. I'm just worried that if there is one, it won't make as big of an effect as it has in the past. I mean, really, there already is a Gapple shortage on 2B. People are charging a ton for Gapples. People are trading very large amounts of farmable materials for Gapples, if anything, you know? Like, I gave someone like 6 shulkers of apples, and they gave me a dub of maps and half a dub of item frames and glow item frames and glow ink sacks. So they gave me quite the amount of farmable materials for quite the small amount of gapples. How do you follow trails in the overworld? Right now I'm using the trail follower module in Jeffmod, but you can follow them manually. They kind of are, because they are not really farmable. My total wealth on the server is about 1,000 dubs KTVP, but 600 of those are strictly armor and unstacked 1.12 items, which I split up into 3 different stashes that I haven't visited in years. So, I mean, they could be found at this point, honestly, I don't know, but I feel like I hid them pretty well. And then my main stash is about 400 or so, maybe a little bit less, but just has basically every assorted material. I make kits there, etc. Nope. Ain't no way. Peace, Death. No, I would not, Draco. No, Iron Horse armor is not rare. Can you show the Rusher and Meteor client mods you have on? I can show the Rusher mods. My full Meteor mod list is in the Discord. My full Rusher config is in the Discord, but if you just want 1 or 2 modules, this is generally what I have. Almost everything I have on default config. If the config is modified, it will be in the Rusher config. When you find a stash, what items do you prioritize? Right now for me, it's mainly elytras and rockets are my main priorities, just because I'm a hunter. That's what I use most of. I really deprioritize armor, but I do use tools quite a bit because I've been donating over the years to infrastructure groups, etc. So tools are always useful to donate to them. Also, I've like donated crystals to some CPVPers that I'm more fond of, just because I have no use for them myself. That sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, like back in the day, priorities for duping were like XP bottles and rockets, just because you couldn't mob farm. You couldn't trade with villagers well. My goodness. When hiding a base, how do people so far outdo it without hiding their trail in a 1.12 trail? Either they'll continue flying past their portal location. That's the main thing. Make a fake base before and after their portal location. That sort of thing. But the main method is just what I have recommended in How to Hide Your Base. I would rather hammer a bullet into my head than watch 1 second of Skibbity Toilet. I hate to say it, but I am on the same page as Don here. I am just not a Skibbity enjoyer. Would you want to get 100 dubs of armor or 20 dubs of gaps? 20 dubs of gaps. I mean, like I said, I have 600 dubs of armor just sitting away that I don't even need to touch. So if I wanted to find 100 dubs of armor, I could go to coordinates and find 200 dubs of armor right now. But I literally have absolutely no reason to do it. Because all I use armor for really is stacking in new friend kits, and it's just like a dub of helmets is going to make me, right, 27 times 54 kits. It's like what, 50 times 25? 12,500 kits or so. A little bit more than that from one dub. So if you have one dub of each type of armor, you can just make quite a few kits with those, is what I'm trying to say. So I just use it really slowly. How could you say that without watching at least the first 10 episodes? Because I've seen clips of it, and I prefer, you know, deeper, more meaningful forms of entertainment, Draco. Skibbity Toilet seems a little bit shallow to me. Maybe there's a deeper meaning that I'm just missing, but it's not for me. Just found an untouched 1.12 stash with around 10 dubs. Now I'm waiting for my alt to get through queue, and it is getting painful, lol. But nice find. Yeah, that's a great find. Hey, the following unfollowed 1.12 pays off. A skull will help you move it. You heard it here first. Okay. Getting to about the end of the stream here, unfortunately. It looks like we're not going to have any last second finds. Unfortunately. New highlight video comes out tomorrow. I will more than likely be streaming tomorrow. If I do not stream tomorrow, I will be streaming Friday, but just expect a video and a stream tomorrow. Thank you everyone for tuning in, who hung out at the stream. Thank you for the, sorry, let me follow up on the donos here. Dawn for the $5 super chat, Rocket for the $2 super chat, and the subs Thunder Snoop, Kingman, and Camry. Again, if you don't have a public YouTube profile, I can't see whenever you sub to my channel, but I still appreciate you, so thank you all for subbing that I did not name. Will you resume from the same trail? Yes, I'll likely do some trail following off stream, but more than likely I will be on the same trail. Depends on if I have to go do anything on TB2T before I stream next, but thank you all for tuning in. Thanks, A Streams. Thank you, Korean Symbols. I can't read. I'm sorry. Dropped Head, Eskel. Chris Larson, Draco. Still thank you for telling me about Skibbity Toilet. Unlucky D. Thanks a lot. DV. John Coppers. Alexander. F. Joshu. Frub. No Skibbity Toilet stream soon. Good night, guys.